Got my show, man. Just messed my show up. Ronan. That kind of hurts my heart. Sean ain't coming at all?
No Rylan. No Will. No gonna say your little show.
No Will. Will with the little show. I ain't got nothing, yo. Show might. I'm gonna see how much Sean contributes to the numbers.
Yesterday for your show today.
What?
Sure. Like something with numbers, like you finish the phrase. Like, let's say like this. What was Mary J looking for in the 90s?
I don't know.
Real love.
Oh,
Like that.
that's good. That's good, actually.
We have a whole bunch of them. Who pays Biggie?
Hold on. What time did Biggie get paid?
Yeah, what time did Biggie get paid?
Huh?
Huh?
Huh? What time is it?
In the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning, where you gonna be?
Outside on the corner. Hey! Yo, I knew that one. I ain't gonna be on the corner. 5 o'clock in the morning, be on the corner. I'll be mad as shit. That's not when you start hanging out with your friends. I know 5 o'clock in the morning.
There's another one. 577.
Huh?
577.
That means you ain't got nothing better to do.
That's a loss of the day. I feel like if you outside on the corner, like, unless you one of them, you one of the amigos at the 7-Eleven getting that work, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, true.
You got no business to be out until 5 o'clock in the morning. That's ridiculous. What's up, Kathy?
Oh, okay.
What I'm saying?
Damn, Kathy, they still got you in jail? What the fuck did you do, Kathy? Like, Kathy been in Facebook jail for about 20 years.
Kathy?
Yeah, Kathy used to come through. She was like, so Kathy found me through one of my songs.
Okay.
I did a song at Apple Pies and Butterflies joint that with the kids eating apple pie on the cover art. I did it to if you gonna turn the music off, he's gonna eat your food.
Eat my food.
He's an asshole. So, fuck your little show. That's how you know they don't respect me. Oh, you see the post with all the shirts?
Yeah.
I ain't even got all of them. That's just some of them. I got a Barbershop Friday with Blue 51 t-shirts, and a couple of people have bought them already, and they sent me the photos of them wearing the shirt. So I posted it online the other day because I was like, yo, I got stopped when I went to go buy the face shit. A girl from that watched the show, can't remember Nativia or whatever. She used to watch the show all the time. She hasn't watched it in a while, but she came up and was like, hey, Blue. And I was like, who is this? I ain't recognize her. She's with the mask. I was like, oh, shit, that's the homegirl from, gave me a big ass hug. I'm thinking we like family. I'm like, I only know this girl from Facebook from doing the show.
I'm from Bluff.
Control posted some anti-Trump shit in 2020. That's wild.
Huh?
Doing that show. Sean sent me to the line.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, it happened to Sean too, right?
Some dude came by.
He's like, you in the show. I send people out. Say what up, Monty Man. I didn't even say hi to everybody. Say what up, Phil with the moss. Say what up, Kev.
What up, Ken?
I like that too. You low numbers today, man. I ain't tagged the right people. Am I fucking up? If I tagged everybody.
Where my girl at?
Ain't nobody in here, bro.
Where Rita at?
Rita, I ain't even tag Rita. Rita about to be mad at me. And I started on time. You know what's funny? Every time I start late, by 10 minutes later, something like that, everybody like, where the show at? Why the show ain't start? Love that colorful shirt. Thank you. Oh, wait. Oh, you talking about my mans.
Oh, yeah, hey.
He
You
like,
gotta
sure.
get a picture of it.
Shirt fly. I don't know what's going on with this thing. He eating right now. When he stand up, we show it off. I want y'all to know the fight got canceled. Phil ain't doing the fight no more. He got the Sorry, the Superman, the Whack. Look at all this joint.
So what he do is, Blue,
Big Phil.
what he do is he pick one of the patches, and if a client pick the patch that he picked, you get a free haircut.
Really?
Yeah.
He got to write it down though, because I ain't gonna trust that.
No, he right there.
That's an honor. That's an honor. That's an honor system. That's too much honor in that. I can't do that. Can't do that. That's too much. That's too much love. You get a free haircut. You pick the right patch. I get a free patch. I get a free. What you call it too? Cause my barber, he don't respect me as a person.
Try it out with Blue. Try it out with Blue.
He don't respect me as a person. Sorry.
Blue to get it.
Sorry.
Everybody eating the stuff was Blue.
Cause they don't fuck with us. I told him to get a new barber. Get a barber that don't eat on his work day. I want that funky ass banana glizzy. You get it, glizzy.
You always give me them dogs. I be falling for that dog.
Glizzy, what up, Jackie? All right, so the first question is, what's What's the first question is what's a way that a girl that you dated that was abusive, that you tried to minimize or justify her abusive behavior, right? What's a way that a girl that you dated that was abusive or would try to justify or minimize her behavior?
You try to minimize it?
Yeah, like if you ever dated an abusive girl or a toxic girl and she would do shit, what's a way, something she would say to minimize or justify the toxic or abusive behavior? She's what she's saying to you. What's something she would say to you?
Oh, she just crazy. They all crazy.
That's what she would say to you?
That's what I was saying to me.
No, I'm talking about what she would say. What's something that she would say to you to minimize her toxic behavior? Let me give you an example. Be a man.
Right.
You a man, ain't you?
Oh, man, I hate that. Oh, shit.
Be a man. What, you gonna cry?
I'm a female.
So what if I hit you with a pot?
I'm a
What
female.
if I threw a pot at you? Did it hit you? Did it hit you?
They always say that I'm a female.
I'm a female. You can't be mad at that.
But if they're a real man,
Woo!
Oh, if you would know them fight with
A
her.
real man. Yeah, a real man wouldn't care.
Yeah.
A real man, even if I was stealing money from you and slashing your tires, you would be all right with that. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. You wouldn't care. Or what you gonna do? What you gonna do? That's another one. What you gonna do?
Yeah. What you gonna do?
What? Oh, no, not the clap. The clap is universally disrespectful. Hold on. I want you to know the clap on it transcends gender. If you get clapped on, that's a fucking problem. Nobody should be clapping at you, yo. Look, 1-800 don't clap in my face. Don't do that. If you getting clapped, if
somebody gotta go.
If someone's clapping in your face, you need to get out of that situation immediately. That is fucking so disrespectful. I can't remember the last time somebody clapped in my face. You gotta walk away. Cause what do you do after a clap?
Black out.
Like somebody in your face and they sitting there, they like, first of all, what you gonna do is like, nah, we gotta stop this conversation. I can't do that. That's so disrespectful. Any toxic abuser will flip it on you. It's your fault.
yeah, that's the number one thing they do.
Flip it on you. So it's your fault. You ain't make me mad. I wouldn't have done. But
They say if I had a real man, I wouldn't have to act like this.
no, I ain't never heard that. That's fucking
I
horrible.
know,
A lot of them say that.
What you just said is a toxic woman. It's kind of like I learned a new word called a narcissist. So I've been studying it, I've been researching it, and basically what you got when you got a woman that's like that, you're dealing with a female narcissist. They lack empathy. They're not able to really show love. So everything that you do with them is on a
Give and take.
exchange basis. What you could do for me is how I'm gonna act right now.
Oh,
And when
yeah.
you can't- and when you can't provide me with
What
the
I
attention,
want.
the money, the time,
Then I'll treat you
then I'm gonna turn on you and I'm gonna gaslight you and I'm gonna make you think that everything you say is the opposite of what it really is.
Or when you don't give it to them.
You can see them doing something and they'll look at you and say, "You didn't see that? You tripping? You going crazy?" That's
You
what-
Oh, you just fucking crying. You
That's
being
what a toxic
you
woman
being
would do.
you being a bitch.
But listen,
You being a
Put
bitch.
the toxic woman with the word female narcissist, and then y'all look that up, and it'll give you the blueprint to what you're dealing with. But you're right, they're switches on you. The first thing they do is try to make you think you tripping.
Or
Is this because of Will Smith and Johnny Depp?
no. I just thought it was a good topic. Well, Will Smith and Johnny Depp's is in Fairfax right now, wearing Amber Heard the fuck out. I don't know. Look, I don't think what not to switch topic, because what you said, just to acknowledge what you said. Absolutely, like the narcissist joint, like most of these abusive, especially as a man dealing with a woman that's toxic or abusive, they will do this thing where she will take your value in being a man or something you hold value in, be it your honor, your respect, your willingness to provide, and she'll hold it hostage where fuck you, come pay for this thing for me. And if you don't pay for this thing, you're not a man. But it's like, nah, I'm not paying for it because you've been disrespectful and undeserving of it. It's like, what the fuck? So you're not going to take care of me? And it's all the things that she did prior to that no longer matter, don't hold any value. The only thing that holds value is whether or not you're going to fulfill the role that you value. You know what I'm saying? So it's genius on a fucked up level, but it's fucking genius. Like, and I don't even know, like, the narcissistic people that do that, it's so fucked up because they know how to get you. Because what they do is you'll step off too, right? And I read about it. They said you'll step off, and they get a kick out of you stepping off because they know you're gonna come back.
Right.
So they're like, you're gonna hit me before I hit you because they know that you're gonna be like forgiving.
Right.
Once they said the way that they know, the way they test you is by you moving your boundaries. They'll test you. A narcissistic woman will test you by they'll do some shit that's out of pocket, and you'll forgive them or you'll let it slide. And once you do that,
She said, "Ooh."
got you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Now they know you'll move the boundary again, so they don't give a fuck.
I think there's that's not gender specific. That's just the mindset of the individual, the type of individual, male or female.
Yeah, but we talking about it as, but right now we talking about women because we all date women here. So we start talking about women because we're exchanging it. But a toxic person in general, absolutely. But just unique to me, I don't know what a toxic man, being in a relationship with a toxic man is because I ain't never done that. But I will say that what I wanted to hear was more so the stories that you guys had of times where women were toxic or abusive and then minimized the behavior or justified the behavior, saying shit like, you know, what's the thing? I wouldn't have done X if you didn't do Z. So it ain't my fault. That shit's the work.
What's your problem?
Oh, I ain't say that when you did that.
Yeah,
That's what they'll be like, oh, but I ain't say
Oh yeah. The argument where like you'll be like, yo, you can't put your hands on me when you mad. Be like, yeah, well, you pushed me off you the other day, but I hear what you're saying. When they try to like still, slide in the last word, you be like, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Right. I'm better off not dealing with this. I've been better, boo. I've been better. Dude, I've been better. I was good. I've been good the whole time.
They gotta get the last word.
The silver bullet to those kind of is just no contact with them at all. Block them. Social media, phone, messages, nothing. Allow them no contact.
That's the only way to do it.
That's the only way to deal with a toxic person.
Because every time you got to come back, they fucking ravel in that joint. I was reading up on that joint early before the show. They was like, they literally will sit back. And then, the smear campaign. That's another joint too.
You know what a flying monkey is?
Hold on, flying monkey. Hold on. Time out. I want to clip this. The motherfucker said the flying monkey. I've never heard of the flying monkey. We about to learn some shit. It's just me and you, Kathy. Let's go.
So when you're dealing with a toxic person, definitely mostly a female, what she have is flying monkeys. What's a flying monkey? A flying monkey is an associate that both of y'all know that could take information back from you back to them. So even though they don't have eyes, they're not sitting in the room with you. They send people. They call flying monkeys. These are their friends, their associates, dudes that they might be hitting on the side when they was with you. But you don't know, so they'll send the monkeys flying around you to get all the information they can get about you. And you be wondering like, you be like, how the hell did she know that? She got flying monkeys, B.
Yo, listen, Monty, we gotta kill the monkeys, Monty.
I might not know you, but I might know Phil, and you know me. So you and Phil might be talking, and you might drop something on Phil and get carried back to her.
Mutual friend.
This nigga, motherfucker. He said he did research. He found some shit that I ain't even find. I ain't heard about no flying monkeys. That's fucking amazing. That's smart as hell. But like, I was thinking about the smear campaign, but you're right. That's like the inside man. They get that inside information to manipulate you with. But I was talking about like what they do is they'll go to your mutual friends and family, and they'll start giving them stories about you. So I've experienced that where they take the truth and they'll bend it a little bit to serve their purpose about how they have zero accountability for any of the things that transpired. Everything is because you're this demonic person, but the thing is the people that know you will believe them. And if you take the energy to talk to them, it just further gives the narcissist that feeling because they're like, nah, yo, he gonna try to say that I hit him. You know what I'm saying? They'll try to like change the shit so that the people don't believe. They'll take away your defenses. They'll take away your defenses and make the narrative. So now not only you responsible for your own ass whipping. Not only you were responsible for your own ass whooping, you also are the only person doing the ass kicking. You the person that deserved it, initiated, and you the one you're the one that's gaslighting or manipulating or doing all the thing when they're doing it. They just taking it away. That's fucking crazy.
You know why they act like that really truly? The reason that's in the center of it is that they're jealous of you. Like even though it's a woman and she's with you every day, she's in competition with you. She's trying to one up you. She's trying to always outdo you. She's always trying to be in charge. That's another tactic that they use, man.
That shit is crazy. That's absolutely crazy. So now we talked about everything the toxic women do.
What's sometimes dealing with that? You deal with somebody like that. I used to train in the Marines, talking to them, like in relationships and interactions in life. You get to a point where someone says or does something that is demeaning or disrespectful or, abusive. And where I come from, you know how it is, being a Yankee, I'm from Jersey. Coming from an aggressive family, I saw it growing up. And I knew at a young age, I'm not tolerating that shit when I become an adult in relationships. What you do is you stop it the first time and cut it off. So like you said, they're trying to increase the threshold or to move that line by pushing, going over your boundaries.
But it's hard to stop the first time because you might like them.
Check this out. What you have to do,
forgive them. That's what men do.
They take advantage of your good nature.
And they keep bringing it on, and you keep doing it again and again and again.
I'm getting that.
That's you all types of bitches and motherfuckers, and then you want to whoop her ass, and then you got to get the hell out your own damn house.
So what you're doing is, and I tell them,
They got a flashback. They got a flashback.
you are having a lack of.
Sorry.
A lack of.
Instead of call you all type of bitches and motherfuckers.
Now you got good at your own house. Now you're sleeping in the caddy, in the back of the caddy.
Instance of respect, a self-respect check. They're disrespecting you in some manner.
Oh yeah.
It's your job to stop them and check them. Now, I'm not saying yell, scream, put your hands on them. No. You should be able to stop them in their tracks and say, hey, this shit is not cool. If you don't curb that, that behavior or change it, then this shit is over. I love you to death. We've been through a lot, years, kids, whatever have you. But you get to the point where you're not going to disrespect me or treat me in this way. That's, unsettling to me. And making a decision to do that, knowing that on the other side of that conversation, your situation might end. It might come to an abrupt halt. Or it might make them think, oh shit, I have been disrespectful. He stood his ground or she stood her ground. Damn, let me check myself. But until you have that self-respect and you show it to them, I'm respecting myself by not allowing you to treat me like that, they're going to continue to mistreat you until you check them.
That's true.
What you're doing is you're educating someone on how to treat you.
Yeah.
So once you show that you're not going to take the disrespect, they're not going to.
I think that's the most important fact of it too, right? It's like you're educating someone on how to treat you. Like we said, the moving the line, right? We all agreed that moving the line was the beginning of the end when you move the line. So if you move the line, these particular people, what you'll notice is that they will continue to ask you to move the line and compromise your comfort zone. So if you move the line, if you compromise by moving the line, at that point, you should be hyper vigilant about their behavior and in response to you moving the line. If it increases or it doesn't change, you need to, that's your signal at that point. So like moving the line isn't a compromise where you're like, oh, now we're in Happy Town. Moving the line should put you in DEFCON 5. I had to move the line for this situation to go nicely. How is this person going to respond to that? You know what I'm saying? And I say that when you move the line, you need to see how much they're encroaching on your comfort, right? Yeah. You gotta move the line comfortably. If you move the line and you're like, damn, now I'm uncomfortable, and on top of being uncomfortable, they're picking out my manhood, you know what I'm saying? Picking out my honor.
We do it on a regular basis. You meet somebody, you chilling with somebody, male or female, your homies, whatever, family. And when you first get here, sometimes you always push them just to see how far you can go. I do it. I fuck with people all the time.
Yeah.
But until they check you and say, yo, dog, that's not cool, chill with that, you're going to keep doing it. You're going to see how far you can go. In those relationships that you're describing and talking about, it's the same thing. They want to see how far they can go until you stop and say, hey, I'm checking you because you're getting to a point where you're disrespectful.
I disagree a little bit with the words on that because of what my man was saying. Narcissistic people, it's it's an illness, right? Being a narcissist isn't a normal. That's not a normal way to be, right? They lack something. There's a disconnect with empathy, right? There's a disconnect with empathy with those people, right? So in that case, you're dealing with an unhealthy person. So when these people do these things, it's a mindset where they're seeking a certain type of relationship because it gratifies them and not to that extent
So what
mentally.
I'm saying is you check them and say, hey, change. Don't treat me like that, or we cool. You go your way, I'm gonna go mine. Because what you have to do is what I'm saying is when you self-respect, when you're introspective and you say, I'm not dealing with this shit, your words and your actions should follow. And you say, hey, this is the second time you do it, I'm cool, lose my number, I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether they change or not, that's on them, but you hold ground on your self-respect. You don't give that up. The minute you say, "Oh, it's okay. All right, I'm gonna let this go. Next time, don't let it happen again. Oh, it happened again 3 months later, 3 years later. Oh, you know what? It's cool." No, check yourself. Have some self-respect. Stand your ground. If they don't change, then let them go.
Yeah, I think that's easier said than done because like Phil was saying, like when you in it, it's somebody you trying to like build where you because they're most narcissists are charismatic, they're smooth talkers, they likable, they easily can get. They do this thing where they can they will maneuver through crowds of people. Like you'll be out and they'll shit on you, and then they'll get around another group of people and be fucking socially. They'll be inept. They'll be in that. Adept. They'll be in that joint, chilling with everybody, talking to everybody, cool with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like no one will believe that at home they whooping your ass because they can know how to maneuver. They know how to socially how to assassinate you. Where they can like take away your credibility with the same people you introduced them to. You know what I'm saying? Like they're masterful at it. So you really do got to be careful with who you allow. So I guess really knowing what because I think that's the basis of it, right? That type of like abusive, like because a physically abusive person is like they can't solve problems. Whenever you get to an issue, get to a problem, they don't know how to solve it. They flash out, they jump off the deep end, they trying to kick your ass. You know what I'm saying? So physical abuse, I think it's easier to see that, right? Whereas like a mentally abusive person or emotionally abusive person, that as a man, it might be harder for you to identify that because as a man, you like, can't let this girl hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or like, get in your head. You like, well, maybe I am. Maybe I'm not being a man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm not being honorable. You know, like it's a harder one to grasp. So switching gears, what's the nicest thing that females ever done for you? Like the most, like the nicest thing. I didn't say bought or take. The nicest thing, like for you personally, what's the nicest thing you ever done? Why are you not going to do that when I'm talking to you? Like I'm not even on you. You just scream and apologize. You gotta let me get the camera.
Apologize for the behavior.
That was the nicest thing that ever happened for you? Was it an apology?
Apologize and really try not to do it again.
An apology for what? What was it? Is it?
Just being a butthole. I mean, just being.
So you saying a regular ass argument and she apologized? That was the nicest thing that ever happened for you? Someone apologizing?
Yeah.
That's just sad as hell to me, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Apologies, I come with a good relationship.
And really mean it.
Yeah, but
say I'm sorry and just go about there and turn around and
I
do it
didn't even
again.
call you a motherfucker and make you sleep on the sofa, right, Phil?
that's
No,
apology.
I was on my goddamn self.
I don't know. I mean, if that, like I said, for you, if apology is good, that's good. But I feel like apology should be a baseline. I feel like motherfuckers you should be with someone who's willing to accept fault in certain situations. That's a baseline. I'm gonna just say, as your homie, Phil, apology is setting the bar pretty fucking low. For, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas apologize every day, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get somebody that's willing to apologize. That shouldn't be a special treatment. Apology shouldn't be special treatment.
It is. This is like apologize they for all, and then they act accordingly like the whole week or the whole month. Like everything is nice.
Whole week, whole month. This nigga
Motherfucker again.
put him on the couch. He said a whole month? We doing good.
Current situation.
Yeah, well, what about you? What's the nicest thing ever done for you?
Take time to get to know me and appreciate who I am. I'm eccentric and I'm metro. And for certain people, it puts them in a weird space when they get certain women. They don't know how to approach somebody like me, being a veteran and all. And the nicest thing was someone saying, "Hey, I see who you are, and I see you address all your flaws." And I'm talking about myself. She goes, "I appreciate you just for who you are and don't want you to change." And that's so inside, that feels so good that somebody sees all that you are, the mess as well as the beautiful side, and they accept you.
I feel like a veteran has a lot more weight too.
It's crazy, dude. Somebody sees all that you went through and how you were raised and how your views on life, and they say, "You know what, I like you and you're beautiful just the way you are. Please don't change or alter anything about yourself." That feels good and it's so satisfying.
Yeah, I think that's important, especially as a veteran. I think that's important. That's dope as shit.
I'm a veteran.
Can you shut up? We're talking to the veteran. We're talking to the veteran. Can you please shut the fuck up? Talking to the veteran, please. All right, back to you. What's going on? What's your nicest thing someone's done, a female or has done for you?
I would probably say just show appreciation.
You ain't got no instance. You just got show appreciation. Like my man broke it down. Someone told me I accept me for who I am. What's your situation? You ain't got no situation? Like a situation that happened that someone was like, boom, and you're like, this is nice as shit. This fucking cool as hell.
Arrangements. Out of the blue.
Yo, I want y'all to know.
Got my feet up.
If anybody wants to send gifts to Unique Reflections, the barber's here severely mistreated. Motherfucker Phil is happy for a fucking apology that lasts a week or a month. This guy said, I got some fruit on the stick. I got fruit on the stick.
Just out the blue.
Hey man, I didn't even ask for it.
Just out the blue.
I didn't even ask for it. They brought me fruit on the stick. I didn't even gotta ask for it.
Just say I appreciate you.
I'm
So,
fucked
that was
up.
nice.
Damn, nigga, that's fucking crazy. Hey man, tell me something nice happened for you that was nice. Like, hey, what's your nicest thing? He's trying to justify. Look, if fruit on the stick made you happy, nigga, all right, cool, all right, congratulations, nigga. Put me on the couch for a month. First off, this is why niggas don't share shit. Because your friends ain't shit. This man sharing his heart up. He opening up like shit. This nigga can't sit in the chair. Hey, man, call you a motherfucker. Put you on the couch, right? This nigga really going through, relived 2 fucking dramatic experiences with us. And you cutting them up. All right, go ahead, man. What's the nicest thing a woman ever done for you?
Nicest thing a woman ever did for me. Well, man, I did 10 years in prison, and I had a woman that never missed a visit, no Saturday and no Sunday for 6 years.
Shit.
Never missed a visit. So for me, that's the nicest thing a woman ever did for me.
That's dedicated.
So I got something that's real, that's deep, but it's simple.
Let me get Monty first. Get Monty first, because I ain't get Monty yet. Monty, he gonna say, nah, you can do him. Go ahead and get cuz. He don't never like to share. Monty. Nicest thing a woman ever done for you.
I had a chick buy me a motorcycle.
A what?
A motorcycle.
Good God. Nah, I heard what you said. I was fucking surprised. I'm flabbergasted. Hey, I'm looking at him like this. Like, what the fuck? He's like, no, a motorcycle. It's 2 wheels. You go with it. You turn it on. He thought I was retarded. I was like, no, I'm just fucking surprised. That's fucking crazy.
It was one of, I bought my own bikes, but it was one particular time she bought me a particular bike.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. But I was
Best
with her
thing-
for a long time, so
That one time he came to cheer me up at a racetrack. Kathy said getting cheered up at a racetrack was the nicest thing. The guy went to a racetrack to cheer. Kathy said the nicest thing a guy ever did for her was that the guy came to cheer her on at the racetrack. Oh, okay. What the hell was you racing, Kathy? I thought you were at the racetrack watching. Like, you were on the racetrack?
You was running, huh?
Well, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck was you doing? Like, that's fucking crazy. I want to know what kind of racetrack you was at. For me, I would say the nicest thing was... it was always on my birthday. So growing up, we didn't do birthdays in my family, right? Plus, my family was really scattered. I think I spent maybe like 4 or 5 years with some of my siblings. 6 years with all of them. 4 or 5 years with like just 2 of them, and then I was by myself the rest of the time, right? So maybe till I was like 12, 11, I had like a sibling with me. But then after that, I'm 37 now. I haven't lived with my family, right? So like birthdays weren't a big deal. We didn't really spend a lot together. My first girlfriend gave me a surprise party. She hated this video game that I played, but she set me and all my boys up to play this game, had a cake, invited people up. It wasn't like a party, it was just a get-together, but it was a surprise birthday party in high school with all my friends and shit, and they all helped set it up and shit. So it was really cool, right? The second coolest thing was, like, the one that probably took the kick on that was just, I was living with Red. We had our apartment, and him and his girl brought everybody, right? The whole squad got together. This is when we adults. It's hard to get the old running mates together, right? They all came in, they all turned the lights off and fucking hiding in the house and shit. I heard the one dumb friend that making too much noise. I probably got surprised for real, but I heard the one dumb friend scurrying around trying to hide behind the couch and shit. So I come in, they jump out, they had put my face on money and taped it around all the walls, right? So it's blue money with blue. They had the fucking cake was ordered, it was blue and shit like that. It was dope as fuck, right? It was a super cool surprise party. They had set the house up. We went back to gaming again, because we all still games. We had the TVs set up and shit. It was cool as fuck, right? Everybody was there. We danced, party, ate. It was cool because they took the effort out. That surprised me, because birthdays in my family wasn't a big deal. We just did like mine's in November, so we do Thanksgiving, and then everybody that had a birthday in November just put their name on the cake, and we just cut the cake together. But like having a party for me at my house, taking the time out to organize it, all that shit, that shit was cool as fuck. You know what I mean? That shit was cool as fuck. And niggas wore blue and stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, not the colors. But, hey man, that shit was super dope. I said that was the nicest thing, just taking the time out. It wasn't even my girl. It was just like Red's girl was just like, this nigga be here, he always taking care, boo boo. Just making it extra special was probably, those are the 2 best joints I can remember off the top of my head. Was just having like someone care about the day I was born enough to plan something out for me. That was really cool.
That was cool though.
Yeah, that's cool as fuck. What were you gonna say though? You had a story? You were gonna share
I'm
another?
just saying, in my family, being a large family is dominated by males. My dad was always still 11. I'm number 3 out of 30 grandkids. My grandfather made sure that everybody in my family was able to do everything. And the biggest thing for the males growing up was how to respect and treat women. And it's not be a slave, but how to emotionally, mentally connect and physically appreciate women on a daily basis. So those lessons I learned from her, my grandmothers and my mom, my aunts growing up, led to successful friendships, platonic friendships with women in my life now. And it helps me educate young brothers in certain areas, especially in the military when I was active duty, on how to deal with situations when there's a woman around, when you're in a relationship, how to give advice on how to communicate, you know what I'm saying, on a low stress level, you know, effectively. And it started for me growing up as a kid and having examples of men and women that communicated respectfully. You know what I'm saying?
So when you say that, right, it's giving me two questions come to mind, right? Because I feel like everybody doesn't have the access to healthy interactions between men and women.
No, that's why
everybody doesn't have access to that. So that's the first thing that comes up, right? Like, and if they don't have it, how would you recognize how would you define a healthy relationship between a man and woman? But also you said something about emotionally connecting with a woman. When you are dealing with someone who's not emotionally well, an emotional connection can be more damaging for you. You run the risk of being trapped emotionally if you can emotionally connect with an unwell woman. So like, how do you discern a healthy relationship between a man and a woman for you? And how do you discern the emotional well-being or health of a woman before you emotionally connect with her?
So I will, you know, my disclaimer, I'm 41. I've never been in a relationship in my adult life. I enjoy the casual fun stuff. So I've had connections with women, but never to the point where it was an official relationship. I've spent my relationships and women and, you know, sex play, that was something that was very easy for me growing up, you know. So I enjoyed it, and I was always true and honest to myself where I never wanted to be in a relationship or met someone that made me not want to put my desires first. So unfortunately, I can't really go into that exclusive connection because, you know, it wasn't interested to me at boot camp and I wasn't having it. And relationships are one thing that I haven't experienced in my adult life. I'm happy, you know, may happen one day, it could happen. But right now, to this point, I enjoy the way I live life, travel in the world, you know, have my spa days and my, you know.
Do you think the low stress level of a casual relationship as an adult now, right? In this day and age, maybe back in the day it was less and more taboo, but like this day and age, a casual fun relationship with a woman is like perfectly, that's like almost the fucking norm. Like that's literally like, that's like, I wouldn't say the wave, but like who banging on the wall?
Papa John.
They bang on walls now?
Nah, they just putting them pizza trays up, sliding them against the wall.
I'm about to talk to them boys. Like, yo, hey man, you about to knock the glass off the wall.
Up your show.
Yeah, I'm like, who banging? I'm like, we got kids? We got kids? You know what I'm saying? I'm banging on the wall like, I just like, you know, that's a father in me. Your kids be in the back, boom, boom, boom. What the fuck's that? Ain't nothing in that room that make a noise. None of that. Nothing in there should make that noise or need that noise to function. Fuck is you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was like, that shit bother the hell out of me. Banging on the wall like that. Y'all lost your fucking minds? Today y'all need to make pizza like that? We done this show for 6 years, bro. 6 years. Ain't never had no banging on the wall. But today they want to bang. What I was gonna say was, damn, I forgot what I was talking about. You was talking about, today in today's age, casual relationships are super accepted. Everybody cool with that. So I mean, like, you don't really.
You got enough you're doing with life. You know what I'm saying? Relationship. If it grows to something, cool. But if not, you know what I'm saying? Just,
but how do you discern if someone, like, even if a casual, how do you discern if somebody is like emotionally well? Because the abusive relationship. We're going back to the good and the bad, right? The abusive relationships start because clearly you missed something, right? You missed something, and I think we all agreed that moving the boundary was the first step. That if you have to move a boundary or something you're uncomfortable with to date somebody, that if you move a boundary, you should be in a heightened state of alert because that person could not be appreciative and could have some narcissism to them. You know what I'm saying? You could be moving a boundary into a place where it's not good for you. So moving a boundary is the beginning, not the beginning of the end, but like that should be your red flag to pay attention to how this person responds to you compromising your boundary, right? So we kind of discern that. But emotional well-being, right? Is that there's still a boundary thing? Emotional well-being, is that still a boundary thing where you have to like how do you discern their emotional well-being? If you guys are watching the show, thank you for tuning in. We're talking about a lot. First, we talked about what's a time where you were in an abusive relationship where the person tried to justify or minimize their abusive behavior. Then the second question we asked was, what was the nicest thing ever done for you in a relationship? With the whatever you're attracted to. And then the other thing was, I was asking, how do you determine the emotional well-being of somebody that you're emotionally connecting to? How do you determine that? Like, if you take the risk, when you emotionally connect with somebody, you run the risk of being emotionally abused or emotionally uncared for. You run the risk of someone hurting you more deeply than you're able to hurt them because you're connecting to something that might not be good. They might not be well. So how do you figure out if they're well or not? That's the question I'm asking now. Bruh.
You're always going to be aware of how you feel, and you can make those connections, right? And it's through effective communication. You learn over time.
I think connective communication is a good one. Effective communication is a good way to do this. I like that.
I mean, and by I say effective is being honest first with yourself and talking about your reality and your truths. And you can only hope they reciprocate their truths and their feelings at any given time or past experience.
Honestly.
They being sympathetic towards their feelings, and they can be sympathetic towards yours through communication.
So how would you figure out if they're sympathetic to your feelings, then they're emotionally well?
Well, yeah, because that way it's vice versa.
It's a neck massage. You got the whole neck massage thing going on. It's like, hey, I see you just chilling. I'm gonna try it out before I leave because you don't look good. He having this conversation, I'll mess him up. Hey, bro, you all right? Let me ask you. You want to chill out? I said, how do you discern the emotional well-being of a female? Like before you emotionally connect with her, how do you discern her emotional well-being? How do you know if she's healthy or not emotionally? Actually, like getting to know her, taking some time out to peel the onion.
And that's a good thing that you should do before you rush into a relationship. You know what I mean?
All right, so like you shouldn't be looking to emotionally connect with somebody until you've done the due diligence to find out what their emotional well-being is. And the way you do that is by talking to them, talking through things, getting to know them. Oh, look at motherfuckers saying don't hop in. Fools jump in, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take your time. Monty, how you doing? How do you figure out of the emotional well-being of a woman before you try to get with her?
Want to answer that question?
He's like, I'm gonna answer. They for the street. He's like, you can't tell. They good at it. They good at lying. You can't tell. No, I think you can though, right? Like I like he was saying, just having a conversation, right?
Sometimes just basic conversation, or sometimes the way they respond to something. But it's still hard to tell because some people are deceitful.
I like Sean's thing, right? Sean said you got to put them in situations where they got a problem solve, right? Sean said create problems. I say create problems. Now, when I say create problems, I don't mean go in there like, what's up, bitch? I ain't saying like, be an asshole. He said make plans, cancel the plans. See how they respond to cancel plans last minute, right? Like, oh, we're going to dinner. Oh, the reservation got canceled. But they're not able to do that anymore. How does she respond to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, is she cursing you out? Are you incompetent because you didn't do something? You know what I mean? Like, somebody was like, you play with fire, you get burned. You know what I'm saying? You play with the bull, you get the horns. It's like, if she going to act that way through a fabricated or, you know what I'm saying, what is what I'm looking for? A simulation, right? A simulation of problems. When it comes down to real time, when I need you to problem solve with me, we got to be a team. You're going to act that way. I want to find out during the simulation. You know what I'm saying? So he said a great way to figure it out is to go through the simulation with him. And I think that, to me, that was some of the best advice ever, right? To simulate the things that you're interested in. How does she problem solve? Is she emotionally well? Not necessarily giving her emotional strife, but going through a hypothetical. Hey, let's go through the simulation right quick. In that conversation when you're getting to know her, go through that simulation. If you was in this situation, what would you do? How would you act? You know what I mean? And kind of getting it then. Then when she starts not doing what she says she's going to do, she full of shit. Disconnecting. All right. So look, guys, I'm gonna get ready to leave the show. I know you guys came in late. If you guys are here, if you want to share anything, first off, the first question is, what is something that an abusive woman has done to minimize or justify her abusive behavior towards you? That was the first thing we were talking about today. The second thing we talked about, what is the nicest thing a woman ever done for you? And then we kind of transitioned into how do you discern the emotional well-being of someone before you emotionally connect with them. And that's been the last thing we talked about today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for taking the show. If you're here, please like, comment, share the show. I always want more people to see it. I'm gonna post this on YouTube later. I just got asked about my YouTube page. I haven't really been posting the shows, you know what I mean? I've just been doing them and enjoying it. But today I'm gonna take a little bit of time to download and upload some of the shows. Maybe put them on a schedule so you upload every couple of hours for the next couple of days. Love you guys, man. You guys be safe. See you guys next Friday, all right? Ciao. Wait, say peace out, Monty. I lied. Say peace out, Monty. Say peace out, Phil.
About the nicest thing, it was a birthday party on the blizzard. People, my girl did that, and people actually showed up, walked through the snow, and everyone told me happy birthday. That was nice.
That was fucking crazy. That's cool as hell. Peace out, man.
Peace out, man. Hey, you gotta pick the joint, Blue.
Pick what? I did pick. I said sorry.
Back, you wrong.
It was Charlie Brown Fridays and all that.
You ain't shit. He lying. So now you gonna lie on his patch. That's how you know you can't trust these people. He emotionally unwell. When he lie on his patch, you know yeah, emotional. I ain't looking at it.
Go in the pocket.
I ain't going in the pocket of shit.
There's a paper that says Charlie Brown on it.
I don't believe it. He put a name on all of them. He put different names on different papers and put in different places so he could lie whenever he wanted to lie. Anyway, all right, man. I love you guys. Catch y'all next time. Love you too, cuzzo. Peace out.